If Star Wars can make episode 4, 5, and 6 before making episode 1, 2, 3, why can't I make phase 4 before I do the phase 3? If you remember correctly, phase 4 was going to be my flooring. Phase 3 was going to be the cabinets in the corner, which was a very small thing. I haven't come around to doing phase 3 yet, but I'm ready for phase 4. I do have a little bit of cold and congestion, so pardon me. I've recorded the rest of the video, or the majority of the video before, so you won't have to put up with my nasal voice. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Jimmy and you're watching Jimboyrulez. Today we're going to do the flooring for my garage. We ordered Swisstrax. In my previous video I did discuss the comparison between Race Deck and Swisstrax, and now both of them are good, but we decided to go with Swisstrax. And if you want to know why, check out that video. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean this up. So we're going to sweep it up and then vacuum it as well. So at least we start with a clean floor. We've chosen to go with gray, black, and red color. So we'll start from the front where the garage door opens and then work our way back. And then at the end, once we've laid it out in the center, we'll figure out how many of them need to be cut on the corners on the sides. So we're gonna start over here in the front where the garage closes. Approximately somewhere here should do. On one side we've got these loops, and on the other we've just got these pegs inside. So they should snap right into place. And we're going to try and maintain the pattern that we did on the design tool on the website. Installing and fitting the tiles onto each other and just basically putting all of them together is easy, especially the center part that I'm working on right now. It was so easy that not only my parents, but my grandmother, who is in her mid-80s, decided to come out and help me put the tiles together. This, again, is the easy part in the center where you're just laying them. The more difficult part is the sides where you have to cut the tiles. It's just time consuming and it's just monotonous and annoyingly repetitive and exhausting. Majority of the floor is done. The only thing remaining is the corner parts. Now the corner parts, I'll have to cut it with a saw, and for that I have got this saw over here. I should technically be using a table saw, but I don't have a table saw. There are a lot of different things that you could use. I've seen people use grinders. I've seen people use cutters that they use for laminate flooring, and it's recommended to use a table saw. Before I start cutting, let me show you what I have so far done and achieved. Okay, so this is what we've done. We've gotten this side done all the way to the end, as you can see, and then we've done a line of black, line of red, and then gray in the center, and it looks more gray from here. If you're inside the garage, then it doesn't look that gray. Now what I'm recording and what I see, it looks like a lighter gray, but in reality what I see is a dark gray. So for some reason the camera is picking up a light gray color instead of a dark gray. It's actually a lot darker than this. So far it looks very nice. Yeah, this is what it looks like. So let's get cracking on the corner pieces. So I would highly recommend getting a table saw or even renting one, because what happens with something like this, like a circular saw or a grinder or any other tool that you are going to cut with, is you're going to go to the location where you want to put the tile. You're going to sit down, measure that particular tile, then get up, take the tile to the circular saw or the location you want to cut it at. You're going to again bend over because you have a circular saw or a grinder, cut the tile, get up again, go to the location, try to put it back. If it doesn't fit, then you get up again, make the repairs or the improvements on the tile, go back, sit down, put it again. So if in case you have, let's say, 40 tiles that you need to cut, then you are probably getting down and up and down and up 4 times per tile. So that's about 160 times you have squatted down or gotten up. It's a bit difficult on your back and your legs as well. Next day, I felt like it was first day at the gym and I was super sore. It was very tiring. It took me an hour to lay all the tiles in the center, and it took me 8 hours to cut the tiles for the corners. So you can imagine how time consuming cutting the tiles and putting them on the corners was. And if you're wondering why haven't I moved all my cabinets to put the tiles underneath it, well, I do not have to. My cabinets are mounted on the walls. They are mounted on the studs. So the legs, I just put them up, screwed them in more so they go up, and then that way I have the space to slide the tile underneath it. Legs on my cabinets are more for show than anything else. All the cabinets are mounted on the walls, as I mentioned in my previous video as well. Now, in case if you're wondering, how do we cut this over here? So how do we measure and cut this accurately? This is pretty easy. Just like mark it here and here, and it's easy. But I have a even easier trick for that, and that is you need something like this. You line it up, and then you push this in. And now you exactly know how much or what design to cut on this. So once you have marked this properly, take a silver Sharpie, a rough marking, and we know that's accurate. Now I'm going to take my handsaw and cut where we marked it. It's very easy to cut even with your knife. It's still easy. So it's cut. Now let's go test fit it. Yep, should fit perfectly. Okay, so that's how you cut weird shapes. The floor is done. I have some mess over here. And it's not that we've given up on phase 3, which was the corner cabinets. We will get to that. It's just that we took phase 4 before we did phase 3. This is just a mat that looks blue in the video, but it's actually transparent. It's just a plastic mat, so I don't overly wear my tiles out over there with those wheels on that. But again, I don't think I will wear it out. I'm just being extra cautious because the tiles are super new. I did not run out of tiles. I have, in fact, got some spare tiles. I, in fact, have way too much spare tiles. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But I'm very happy with them. There's no optical illusion. It was super tiring to do the sides. But if I had to do it all over again, I would get a table saw. In real, it looks way better than what it looks in the video because the true gray color of these tiles, I'm not able to capture it. It's not a white balance thing. It's actually a lot darker. It looks really, really nice in person as compared to what you might be seeing on video. I am so glad. I am so happy that I went with this plastic tiles. And I know a lot of people who do a lot of serious work in their garages don't prefer these. And I agree, if I was removing crannies and engines in my garage, then I would definitely not want these. But for the amount of light work here and there, and for what I need, this is perfect, and I could not have made a better decision. Way better than epoxy nonsense. And don't think that I don't know what problems one could face. I've already faced a few with these tiles. I've lost a few bits and in them somewhere underneath that cabinet. So I am aware that you could lose things like small screws and stuff. But again, overall, it looks awesome, it feels awesome, and I will make a review video about my tiles some point in the future. So if you've enjoyed this video, please press the like button, and if you're not already, then subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching. See you later. Ciao.